Let's go. Smashing the asteroid known as an NFL quandary. A question. What's going on? Huge game this week, my friend. Lions, undefeated Vikings in Minnesota. On Monday, we talked about this Lions offense being even better than the top 5. They're better than last year. Why am I right? And what is the biggest difference that you're seeing on tape? And you know the Lions better than everybody.
Yeah, I think a huge part of it is that guy you just mentioned, Jamison Williams. He's taken a huge jump this year, and it's made this offense so much more explosive than it was a year ago. He's leading the league, averaging 22.8 yards per catch. That's 5 more than the next closest player. And the Lions as a whole have the 4th best passing offense with the 4th fewest passing attempts. So that's maximum efficiency. It's the play action play design from Ben Johnson that's elite. And Jared Goff is operating this thing at the highest level. Let's check out some of this tape here. Go back to that Cowboys game. There's Amon-Ra and Jamison with tight splits up there at the top of the screen. And even though Amon-Ra isn't filling up the stat sheet the way he did last year, he's still having a huge impact. You'll see he goes in motion here. He draws that nickel and man coverage. Everybody else is playing cover 3. So you're basically taking a man away from everybody else. They're going to clear out with verticals at the bottom of the screen and run Jamison on a crosser, on a shallow cross. And look at this. That gets him matched up on a linebacker. Goff sees it right away. He's going to get this ball out, just put it in space, let Jamison run to it, and then accelerate upfield for a 25-yard gain. Huge play on a short completion. We love to see that. And then let's go back to that Monday night Seahawks game where they were just on fire. Again, Amon-Ra at the top of the screen. He's going to go in motion. More play action that we're going to see from Detroit. Amon-Ra's going to run a post. You got deep crossers from Laporta and Jamison Williams. You see the play action draw those linebackers up. Tariq Woolen's in a bind here with 2 crossers coming into his zone. Jared Goff is going to anticipate it. Watch when he's releasing this ball. That ball is out of Goff's hand, and Laporta and Jamison haven't even crossed yet. That is peak confidence, peak execution from Jared Goff, and Williams is able to take this thing all the way in for the score. Goff is leading the league in yards off of play action, 155 more than the next closest guy, and the Lions have played 1 fewer game than most teams because they already had their bye. It's unbelievable. I know this Vikings defense has been really good this year, but they haven't seen an offense like this. I think the Lions get the win. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at like DVOA, you look at all things, Vikings defense is crazy good. I feel like this is going to be a Montgomery game. This is going to be a run-heavy situation. I would think that the Lions try to employ.
And the Lions do. They love to pound the rock, and that's what kind of helps set up this play action and make it so efficient. But I do think the Vikings, as you mentioned when you were going through Jamison, like as good as their defense has been, they've been susceptible to some wide receivers this year to giving up some big plays. So I do think there are going to be those opportunities for Jamison.
It is incredible that Gibbs and Montgomery both like top rushers in the top 25, well in both getting their volume and helping out, like you're saying, with play action and loving all of that. Who has the momentum, though? Because you got the Lions coming off. Like, you took the Cowboys and you, like, dunked them, right? And then you have an undefeated Viking squad. They're playing at home. I don't know who. I think momentum is important in this one because everything matters in a divisional game. I don't know who has it. I don't know how to pick this game.
It's a good question. Coming off the bye for the Vikings, you wonder if that was, you don't want to have a bye when you're rolling like that at 5-0. I also love what Ben Johnson said this week. They were asking about running all the trick plays already. He's like, I got plenty more in the bag. I'm not worried about what we're showing on tape because we have a lot of things we can throw at you. So I think we're going to see even more wrinkles this week.
Did you see this Crosby bite?
Yes, I did.
I mean, the last thing we want to do, because we know he loves the Raiders. We know he's got allegiance and he's got the tattoo. But the way he answered that question, it left a door open, you know?
Yeah, that was for the first time, really, because he's kind of been adamant, like, I'm a Raider for life, all that. But, like, that was the first time we saw a little crack in the door.
I'm not going to say anything about it. Devontae Adams might have something to say about it after they beat the Steelers on Sunday night. We're going to keep it in the NFC North. What do you guys think of this game? Let us know. Hammer, great job by you. Thanks for pointing out everything the offense is doing, and we'll see what the defense can do to, what did Luke say, make sacks happen or somehow manufacture sacks without and pressure without Aiden Hutchinson. We also have a huge game, guys. It's Packers. The Texans come in a Lambeau. Who's leaping into the stands? We sat down with receiver Christian Watson to talk about this big game, the ankle injury, his dad, Twitter doctors, his coach, his quarterback, decoy, everything right here from earlier this week. So thanks to the Packers and Christian. Thanks for joining me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
You had your first touchdown, which gave you your first Lambeau leap. As someone who will never get to experience what that would be like, can you just take me through the beats of what it is like to jump into those stands?
I mean, honestly, it's surreal. I mean, the people that you do get around, it's crazy. Sometimes they don't even let you get out of there. But I mean, it's surreal. I can't even explain what it's like to get in there. It's just, it's exciting.
Well, it's amazing. You got it in the second quarter, your second one of the year, first one at home, a beautiful 44-yard touchdown. And did you call your shot on this touchdown? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, no, yeah. So I mean, we had kind of seen how the safeties were playing, and we knew if we could hold down the backside safety, that it was going to be a touchdown. So we kind of just drew up the perfect play for it. So as soon as it was called, I knew we were scoring. I knew it was coming to me. So yeah, no, it was just one of those game time adjustments that just worked out perfectly.
We heard after the game that it wasn't even in the game plan, that play. LaFleur dials it up on the sideline. For you, what does it say about your coach?
I mean, it says a lot. I mean, anytime you're able to, kind of see how the defense is going and make adjustments on them and they work. I mean, that's big time. Coach is a really smart guy. I mean, he does that constantly. But I mean, a shot play like that, obviously, it's not always 100%. So just to have, that successful of a play, drawn up mid game is it's definitely, I mean, it's huge.
I just think it's incredible you were able to somehow score this touchdown and get into all the way up into that Lambeau leap situation with, a pulverized, bummed, broken, sprained, crazy ankle, says Twitter.
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean, I was right there with Twitter for a while. I wasn't really sure how it was gonna be. I mean, it definitely was. I mean, obviously, I definitely dodged a bullet in terms of the significance of the injury, but it was still something that set me back a little bit. So honestly, I didn't think that I would be in the position that I was on Sunday, but I was just blessed and able to get to the point where I felt like I could go out there and be me. Obviously, not 100%, but honestly, you're really never 100%, playing in this league. So I got to the point where I could go and just win. Once the adrenaline kicks in, once the game gets going, you kind of forget about it anyway. So it's good to go.
I just get a kick out. My whole production staff was like, you got to ask about his dad. You got to ask about the podcast and about him going back and forth with the Twitter doctors. Like, it must be incredible to have that level of support from your parents.
Oh yeah, no, I know I'm gonna get and all of that all the time. My family has been with me 150%, since I started playing football when I was 4 years old. So I know that me being in the position that I'm in means a lot to them. So that passion carries over to when they want to protect me and defend me on Twitter. I try to tell them every now and then you don't always gotta go back and forth with them, but I mean they're passionate people. They love me, so they're gonna have some words when things are getting tossed around. But It was funny that the guy didn't know that my dad. That was my dad. That was a funny one.
I don't even know what if you were me, because you're super intelligent, you're super self-aware. What question would you ask yourself about Jordan Love? Like, what should I ask you about Jordan Love? I don't want to ask has he progressed? He's crushing it, full weapons. What's he going to look like? We had D'Amico Ryan saying it's the best quarterback he's going to face. You guys have the Texans coming up. What question should I ask you about Jordan Love?
I mean, if it were me, I mean, the question I always ask myself is he going to continue to get better and better and better? It's an imperfect game. But I mean, I think he continues to show me, every single week, every single day of practice, honestly, just, how good he can be and how, good he can potentially be in the future. I feel like he, there's things that he kind of does and, learns. I mean, it's really just his level of, understanding and his ability to learn. I mean, he kind of makes a mistake and, he kind of never lets that one happen again. So he just continues to get better and better. And, I'm asking myself that all the time. And he continues to do so. So I'm excited to see where he goes.
Mm-hmm. You have the Texans this week. Then you still have 2 games left against the Lions and Bears and 1 against the Vikings. Which one are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to this week. I'm always being where my feet are. I'm excited for this week. Excited to play, a really good team, a really good defense, and honestly, I'm excited to wear the all-white uniforms too. I think it's gonna look fresh with the white out. So I'm definitely excited for this one coming up.
The all-white winter warning uniforms, they are happening this week. I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I like some good swag. Put something together. I'm excited to put them on.
I want to just say this about your defense, and I love that you said that your defense, that the offense is mad at them because they make you guys spend so much time on the field. I can't imagine in years past that being said. I think it's so incredible. Credit to Halfley to the pieces. Xavier McKinney comes on my show. He came on before week 3. He had 2 straight
trade on the horizon for the Browns. Zadarius Smith intrigued by possible move to Detroit ***. In a season full of surprises, the Cleveland Browns have started making significant moves by trading their wide receiver Amari Cooper. Now, all eyes are on defender Zadarius Smith, who could be the next piece on the move. Although he's in the first year of a 2-year contract, his name has begun to surface in trade rumors, particularly in relation to the Detroit Lions. Smith, 32, has proven his worth in the NFL with 3 Pro Bowl selections and is known for his ability to pressure the quarterback. Speaking about the possibility of a trade to Detroit, Smith expressed enthusiasm, saying, "If I were to go to Detroit, I would like it because I can play against Green Bay twice a year and against the Vikings twice a year. So yeah, that would be important." This comment is not casual, as Smith has previously played with the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings, 2 of the Lions' biggest rivals in the NFC North. The idea of a return to the division could motivate him, giving him a chance to showcase his skills against his former teams. With a total of 63 sacks in his career, although he has only managed 3 so far this season, a change of scenery could be just what Smith needs, especially considering the Browns' struggling record of 1-5 and their lack of direction. Will the Browns consider a trade to revitalize their defense, or will they hold on to Smith despite his limited impact this season? Time will tell, but intrigue and speculation are in the air. Stay tuned for updates.